Hey Baras, so this is your first and probably final pass for these Bladestyles for Dark Acolyte, Titonian, and what was the last one? Entropy. Yeah. So with Dark Acolyte, this is a red blade, but as I mentioned in our text conversation, I kind of wanted to bleed it a little bit with a little bit more like orange in the background of the blade. So I've got three different variants of Dark Acolyte, which I'll step through here. And then just go ahead and DM me which one you like the best of the three. And then that's the one I'll pass over to you. And then I'll just leverage off the other two for like other sound fonts or whatever.
Dark Acolyte.
Let's see.
Dark.
Battery power level.
Dark Acolyte.
Okay, so this first one is a hump flicker with custom hump sizing. And it's got on all three. It's got this unstable ignition with sort of a bright burst. And then on this first variant on the hump flicker, I'm also using this static fire emitter flare, and I'm actually extending it a bit up the blade. It extends up to right about here. So it's about extending up like 1/3 of the blade. So you can tell on the swing, that's where that custom hump sizing comes in, because you can see it, those little fragments on the blade. Okay, so here's the clash. Blast. Lock up. Stab. It's the tip drag. Excuse me, actually, that's the melt. This is the melt. And then this is the tip drag. And then this is lightning block. So all of those effects, the lightning block, the clash, the blast, and the lockup, I'm using on all three variants of this Dark Acolyte. So they're all the same across all three variants. The main difference between these three variants that I wanted to step through with you are the main blade design. So the main blade's going to be a little bit different through all three. The other thing I wanted to point out to you is that I've done something different on this custom blast for you that I've not done on anything else. This is the first time I've done this. And it's really more of a technicality, really. It's nothing like groundbreaking or anything like that. On these blasts, what I like to do is, I got the idea when I was first toying around with doing Canon blade representations for live action stuff, where I wanted that leftover effect of the sparks kind of popping up under the blade and then clearing after the original blast bubble shows up, like that, with those spark residues, the residual. So what I did with yours is I actually extended that residual timing out by about an additional 1.5 to 2 seconds, so that those sparks really show on the blade long after that bubble is gone. And I think it adds a little bit more, I don't know, flavor, I guess you could say, for the design of the blast. So that was something, every time I go through another blade style project, I always tinker with the mechanics of what I've I've done previously, and so every like series, every several blade style configs or so, I sort of move into some slightly enhanced, changed mechanics. I never leave the same thing there twice. I'm always trying to figure out like just a little bit more of an upgraded effect, right, on the same things.
Dark Acolyte.
Okay, so that was the first Dark Acolyte. That was the custom hump flicker with that sort of shattered blade effect on the swing. The second one is a pulse blade. So it's still got that same ignition, right, with the unstable and the bright burst. Now this is the pulse effect, where sort of you see the waves going up the blade. So that's the second blade variant. Now this is the third blade variant.
Dark Acolyte.
Which is more of like a combo. And this is where I got into the sort of the bleeding of the colors more. So this is a combination of some audio flickers and some hump flickers. And what it is it's a red audio flicker up top, and then it's an orange-red hump flicker in the middle, and then it's a dark orange at half step, dark orange on the bottom. So those are the three variants that I put together for Dark Acolyte. Yeah, so let me know which one you like better, and then that's the one I'll pass over to you. On that third one, or even on the second one, if you want that static fire emitter on one of the other ones, that's easy enough to do as well, so just let me know. Okay, so off to Titonian, and this is a gold rotoscope blade.
Titonian.
And this also has a static fire emitter on the static fire effect on the emitter. Now this one I'm actually using a power burst on the ignition as well. So clash and blast. Lock up. Stab. And your tip drag. And melt. And lightly block. So in this static fire emitter, it's got yellows in it, but it's a much lighter yellow. It may actually look white on video, but it's actually got it's much more. It's like the Proffie's lemon chiffon, that like in that color family. Whoop. That's what I'm using up here. So that is Titonian.
Entropy.
And then this is Entropy, and this is more of like a custom scaled up chartreuse. I wanted a little bit more red. I wanted more value in the red channel to give it a little bit more yellow in it without turning it yellow, but I wanted more yellow in the green mixture. So, and this is Also a rotoscope. Nope. And your tip drag. And your lock up. So for the clash and the lockup and the lightning block on this one, I started out wanting to go sort of a white yellow, but then moved over to like more of a white with a blue tint, because that seemed to look aesthetically a little bit better on this blade style with the type of green that I was going for. So you're gonna see, so these whites are they're gonna tint a little bit blue, and that's on purpose. Same with for the clash too, and then for the lightning block. So those are your styles, and then as I mentioned before, just let me know which version of Dark Acolyte you like the best, and then I will pass those 3 back over to you. All right, take care.